So we're live. Hello and welcome. It's Leon Street here. And in this video, I'm talking about how to attract 3 to 10 more leads a day with the same content that you are publishing on social media. And if you're watching this, we're going to get into I guess the basic steps just to keep things easy on how you can use this method. Now, this comes off the back of something that I've been using for the past probably three to 4 years with attracting leads from social media. So if you're a coach, course creator, expert, and you publish content on social media, which may be written content, it may be videos, it may be a mix of, all those things, even paid advertising, this method works really powerfully for that. And I want to share with you how you can use it in some really simple steps and give you the actual method that I use. So the first thing is how we can use our existing content to attract more leads. And the second thing is I want to take you through the steps of the method that I call the 6-week content rhythm. And I call it the 6-week content rhythm because it's a real easy to use approach to creating content for the same niche. So, what I found is most people, they're not chopping and changing niches every week. What we're looking for is what's the new angle, what's the new approach that I can take with my content such that it attracts people in to take up your offer. And your offer may be a lead magnet, maybe low ticket products, an event, it may even be your coaching program or a course. So the keys that I want to take you through with this are understanding how we can use that. So the first thing that I want to talk about with regards to attracting 3 to 10 times more leads is very simple. Are you emailing your email list, right? And I found this, it's interesting because I find it a lot that happens with coaches whereby they're creating content for social media, but they're not notifying their email list. That's step one. And what I'd say to you is if you are creating content for social media, whether it's short form videos, whether it's long form posts or articles or things like that, across places like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the key is to understand that if your target is the same niche across every platform, then why not email that same content to your email list? And I see it so often, people, they forget the basics. What I want to get to, and I've got an example to show you, just to give you an idea of how easy this is. And the whole point is you'll be able to see how you can generate more leads, right? And it shouldn't be something that is complicated. And we're looking at right now Facebook. And so I'm demonstrating very simply. This is on my profile right now. This is a post I put out today, about 22 minutes ago. But I'm using this to demonstrate how easy it is for you to repurpose your content. So you can see in this post right now, I'm showing, would you like to generate leads from your email list? Well, here's the cool thing. This screenshot that I've got here, this is taken literally from my inbox, and this happens every day. We get 3 to 10 leads daily from my inbox just because we repurpose content out to my email list. And I find a lot of coaches and course creators, they're not repurposing their content, and so they miss out. And they're mostly not doing it, one, because they just don't have the time to email their list, which is what I find. I've got a lot of clients who, when they came to me, generating anything from 10 to 30K a month, and they don't have time because they haven't got somebody who manages their email list for them. So my advice to you is if you're putting content out on social media, email your list and let them know that this content is available. Either sending them a link directly to go click on a video on your YouTube or your TikTok or wherever your thing is, but just let your email list know, right? Now, what I'm also going to share with you, because it's very practical advice, but it's going to get you leads. Just let your audience know that you're putting out content, so email your audience. But here's the cool thing that I want you to take away. I find a lot of people who, when they want to generate leads, what they're not doing, right, is taking that content and just simply repurposing it into email. Now, the example that I want to share with you, and I'll just switch back to sharing screens for a moment. So this is on Facebook, right? So this is a post that I shared. That's an image from my inbox. But here's what I want to share with you. Here's the actual post that I put out today. Right. So this is the post. I'm going to click on the link here so we can just see the post on its own. So here's the full post. Right. So that We publish that on Facebook, so my team have published that. It will go onto LinkedIn. It will go in different places. Now, here's the cool thing, and I'm going to give you the method in a moment how you can use this to generate 3 to 10 leads a day, right? When you're creating content, don't just think I'm creating content and it's just going to sit on a platform, for instance, Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, right? Take that content and email your list. And the reason why I'm saying this is when you've got a list and you've created this list of subscribers potentially, or even buyers, you want to keep them updated. And I've heard a lot of coaches and experts say, but I don't want to, piss off my audience. I don't want to email them too much. If your audience are not seeing you, and maybe they're not even seeing your social media posts, right? Then at least if you're emailing them, you're keeping top of mind with your audience. And if that audience who's on your email list simply wants you to help, or at some point wants help to fix the problem that they have, they're going to consume your content. Now, here's the interesting thing I want you to understand. When you publish content out on social media, you don't have everybody from your followers seeing your content. Social media only shows your content to 2 to 5% of people at a time. And if they like and engage your content, then Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these platforms will show it to another 2 to 5% of your audience. So what that means is your content never gets 100% reach on your audience. So the more that you inform and notify your audience that you have a new video, a new piece of content, something that you publish, the more you're keeping in touch and keeping that audience warm. And I've seen it many times where people who've been on my email list have then become clients just because I've kept in touch, and they're like, Leon, now's the right time. And that's what I want you to take away from this, is that if you are publishing content, don't hold your content to one platform and think that's it. Build your email list and email them at the same time. Now, I want to give you a method that you can use so that you understand how you can create fresh and engaging content that generates you leads. So that was an example of just sharing. For those of you on Instagram, I'm also sharing my screen over here to people watching on LinkedIn and Facebook. But the point I'm getting to is that post that you see there in the background, what I'm sharing, article, we simply emailed my list, right? Now, what you'll see, for those of you just joining me, if I go back, as soon as that post, that article went out to my email list, you can see here we had 3 leads straight away. And here's the interesting thing that I want you to take away. 2 of them wanted the guide, the free thing that I was giving away. 1 of them specifically replied and said, I want to know more about your programs, right? That this is the thing that a lot of coaches and experts and creators are missing, that you should continually share that same content with your audience, no matter where they are, right? Because if you're not doing that, you're limiting your reach. So what I'd say to you, just make sure whatever you're publishing, do that. So you're probably thinking now that I've just kind of given you the basic thing that can help you win, right? What kind of content is the best content to share with your audience, right? Everybody is different, and everybody will be different in your audience. Your audience will also be different to the way that you consume content. There'll be some people who like to watch stuff, some people who like to read stuff, some people who want something short, some people who want something entertaining, some people who want something more informational and factual. Then you've got people who want a mix of both, like edutainment, education, and entertainment, all mixed into one. So, like, where do you find the happy medium? And here's the first thing I want to share with you, and then I'm going to give you the step-by-step. The first thing I want to share with you is that you've got to understand, as the personal brand to your business and the face, and I'm saying that because the personal brand is what wins in this day and age, right? Not just the business brand. You've seen it many times. For example, if you compare the amount of followers Tesla and SpaceX have compared to Elon Musk, you'll see that he has more. And there's many other examples where the face of the business actually has more reach and followers than the business profiles that are on social media. So we just get that out of the way. So the point I'm getting to is, with your content, what's the best content to produce? What I would say to you is, if you want to turn up with passion and you want to turn up and make sure that people feel like it's really great, and there's great engagement and people really want to consume what it is that you have, figure out whether it's writing or whether it's being on video or whether it's audio, like a podcast, right? You've got to find the medium that works for you, that you're passionate about, and that you will show up for no matter what's going on, because you feel that energy for it, right? Because we've all been there where we've seen people on video, we've seen the articles, read the articles, and it's kind of flat. It's not really good, and we don't spend that long, right? And some of you today, you might not like the energy I'm showing up with today. For the rest of you, I'm happy you're here. But the point I'm getting to is you got to figure out what medium works well for you. Some people just hate writing, and that's okay. maybe they're better on video, maybe they're better creating an audio. So now, like that, you've got an idea of actually this is the type of medium that I want to create in. The thing that you've got to understand is that your audience, even though you show up with more authenticity and let's say perhaps passion, or your delivery and energy is just better in whatever format you've chosen, just remember that your audience are still going to prefer different types of medium. So what can you do? So here's the structure I want to give you. Now, if you want this for free, guys, I have this structure in a free guide and a walkthrough video. You don't have to pay me a penny. All you need to do is let me know if you want the free content guide. I call it the 6-week content rhythm method. And if you want it, just comment below this video and I'll reply to you with the free link that you can get access to it. So it's called the 6-week content rhythm method. If you want the free guide, just put content guide and I'll know what you're talking about and we'll send you the link. So here's the breakdown. On a Monday, what you want to do is create an article, perhaps somewhere in the region of, and it might sound a lot to some of you who hate writing, but somewhere in the region of 150 to 1,000 words, an article, right? It's like a blog post, but you publish it directly onto LinkedIn, Facebook, even on Instagram, right? You can publish it in these places. And I'm sure on the community tab, you can publish it on YouTube as well. There's that option. If you have a channel on YouTube, there's the community tab where you can actually just publish content now. And then also on TikTok, they've increased the size of your captions and what you can actually publish with your videos. But anyway, and it doesn't have to be videos on TikTok. They allow images as well. You don't have to just publish videos. So now that we've got that out of the way, on a Monday, you create an article that is 150 to 1,000 words, and it should be a problem solution article. And what that means is you identify a problem that you know your niche has, right? And you create content that takes them through a structure of knowing what the problem is, sharing that you understand where they are, what they're experiencing, and then sharing how either you or a client got over that problem and the actual result that was achieved, right? And then at the end of it, you can have a call to action with a free guide, booking a call with you, or to find out more about your coaching program or your online course. So that's step one. You publish that on a Monday, right? Now, here's the really cool thing. You can publish that as an article, or equally, you could create a video, right? So if you prefer to do video, you do the same thing. So that's Monday. On a Tuesday, you create something called a hand-raising post. And guys, this is all available in the free guide that I just mentioned you can get. It's called the 6-week content rhythm, and I do a breakdown in the guide. So if you want it free and a walkthrough video, just comment with the word content guide and I'll make sure you get the free link to download it straight away. So on a Tuesday, you publish something called a hand-raising post. Some people call it a 2-step post, and it simply means is if you're a coach, you've probably got a lead magnet or a course creator, meaning you've created a guide, a cheat sheet, a free video of some sort, webinar or whatever. So all you've got to do is create a post to say, hey, I've just created, or I have a PDF that, and you add a benefit. For example, guys, I've created a PDF that shows you how to attract leads all year long from 30 pieces of content. Let me know below if you'd like a copy, right? That's an example of a hand-raising post. It can be written or it can be recorded as like a 15 to 20-second video. You publish that on a Tuesday, right? Now, what you're doing there is you're moving from Monday an article where you're giving people who like to read the option to read. On a Tuesday, very short 15 to 20-second video, or very short 130 character post. And you're offering something of benefit and value. People can raise their hands and you can follow up. Now on a Wednesday, you publish a testimonial as a mini case study showing here is client A or B or whatever, use their real name if possible, showing what the problem was that they had, the method you used, and the result that they achieved by working with you or using your services, right? So now you're showing social proof. So now anybody who's following you can clearly see that you can actually achieve some type of result. Then on a Thursday, you publish a live stream or a pre-recorded video talking people through the problem that you mentioned in your article on the Monday. You see, each week can have a theme in the 6-week content rhythm, and it should. And as I said, it's broken down more. For those of you watching me on Instagram, if you want a copy of the guide, just remember, comment below this video with the word content guide or phrase, and I'll make sure I follow up. But finally, we need to look at what happens on a Friday. So Friday is very simple. So for the video that you recorded and you published on the Thursday, Friday, you should simply put out a reminder post which says, hey, if you missed my video from yesterday, here's the link. And you grab the link and you share that so people can get direct access to the video for anybody who missed it. Now, the cool thing about all of this is that each week you're focusing on a related frustration and desire that your niche have, and a limiting belief or a leading belief. And as I said, if you want the full breakdown in how to do this, guys, just comment below this video with the word content guide, and I'll send you my free content guide that explains my 6-week content rhythm. Now, the cool thing about this is you can use it all year, because all you're doing is cycling through those 6 weeks, which are different topics, which are important to your niche. And every time you do a cycle, you improve the headline, improve the copy, improve your delivery on video, improve the way that you present, right? And that way, your content's never actually the same, because you're always evolving the content up. And I find a lot of coaches, consultants, course creators, they get stuck because they're trying to find a new angle, a new hack, and like they're searching constantly outward rather than focusing on the topic that they're already a genius around, you know, they're already an expert around. But what they're doing is looking outward rather than, can I create content that comes from a place of empathy and gets engagement? And that's where most people go wrong when it comes to content and social media and generating leads. So hopefully you've been able to take that away. And I'm going to share on screen once again, just like I was doing. So this comes from, and here's the example that I was sharing a moment ago. This was an article that I published earlier today. So it was this one. So it's pretty long form. I don't know, about 1,000 words, maybe something like that. And you can see me posted with a picture. And then all we did, we take the same content, we publish this and send it to my email list. And once it was sent out as an email, you can see here, look, there was 2 leads who wanted the free guide that I was offering, just like I'm offering you guys. But then there was a 3rd person who asked directly to find out about the coaching, marketing coaching programs that I offer to help them grow their business to 15K a month. All by repurposing content, but having a structure, a strategy to how we produce weekly content. And here's the real cool piece that I want to share with you. I think it's cool anyway. I didn't publish any of this, my team did. So if you do have a team, VAs, it gives more power to your team because you've already created this content, you keep evolving over time, but now your team can take it on. They can either just publish it for you, or maybe you hire an in-house copywriter or somebody in your team has copywriting skills, and then they can even improve it and, you know, upgrade your content for you automatically. Now, as you grow your business, you'll figure out what's right for you. For me, I like creating content. It's part of the genius zone that I have. Like I really like to focus on how to connect to people in my content. I like doing live streams, just like we're doing right now. And like, that's the thing that kind of, or I'm passionate about. And that's the thing that you've got to find when it comes to marketing. You can have strategies, but if you're not set alight or your genius is not allowed to kind of, you know, just be authentic and grow and flourish, it doesn't matter how much strategy you implement into your business, you'll never go as far as you can, right? So I hope you can take from this the strategy and the steps that I've shared with you. And finally, just once again, guys, if you want the free guide where I break this process down, just comment content guide below this video and I'll send you a direct link that you can get the PDF and the walkthrough video. On that note, guys, for those of you on YouTube specifically, if you're watching this, please remember to subscribe to the channel. For everybody else, I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.